This is the final round of the skins competition. Dennis Nezzo still moving on. Replacing Brian Robinson is the squirrel Johnny Blaze. They are about to meet two new bowlers for the final match. Who are these two new bowlers? And who's gonna win it all? There's only one way to find out.
Welcome everyone to the off-season King of the Palace. This is the Ultimate Skins. This is the final round. We have with us no stranger, the King, Mr. Dean Sullivan, Johnny Blaze, aka Squirrel, riding the Ghost Rider. The man who never won a title, or wear the title, Mr. Dennis Nezzo.
I resemble that.
And of course, the surprise guest of all of them, the very own creator of Watch Me Suck at Bowling, Mr. George Fiffy.
How does that happen? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're wondering, how did a schmuck like myself actually make it on the show? Well, it's because of a technicality. Many of the people interested and have participated know that the tournament would be no handicap. Therefore, typically on a scratch tournament, a scratch bowler could try out, meaning you didn't have to have an average or league. That was never really discussed very well, and I did not know that when I put my $50 into this. At that point, when they were asking me my average and the fact that I wasn't one that was in a league or had an established average, I then asked for my $50 back to be fair. But being that this is a beta test and, it's just like I said, a beta test, and they're ironing out the bugs in this whole thing, and this was one of them. They decided to let me use my YouTube average, and we went back on some videos and previous performances. In actuality, my average was roughly about an 86, 87, especially after the Fun Spot debacle, for which you will never see the videos of, but we will take the stills and display them in a future episode of Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Anyway, we rounded it up to 90. So in actuality, that gave me even a smaller handicap than I went in with the 87, making it actually harder to qualify for the tournament. Nonetheless, in spite of better bowlers being around, especially some really good ones, I managed to squeak my way into this competition by a measly 2 pins. So how will it go? Will Dean, the Squirrel, or Dennis win it all? As for me, well, you know how that's gonna ultimately wind up. But hey, there might be some surprises along the way. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
The final round. This is where every box counts for a buck, but the total score wins it all. See you guys on the lanes. Welcome everyone to the off-season King of the Palace. This is the Ultimate Skins, presented by New Palace Lanes and sponsored by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Up first on alley 4, the sponsor, George Fiffy. On alley 3, no stranger, Mr. Dean Sullivan.
Does Dean Sullivan things and drops a 9.
George's qualifying score was a 604. He's been bowling for almost 4 years. His high single is a 139. His high trip is a 314.
Just missed the hit.
Dean with the 7 pin.
Dean picks up the spare.
Nice way to open up.
Dean's average is 117. He's been bowling for 48 plus years. His high single is a 193. His high trip is a 450. George bowls out of Mason's, Palace Lanes, Putnam Street, and Brian's Bowlaway.
Okay, here we go. Judge up on lane number 4, box number 2. Right, leaves a miss.
Dean
Opens the spare with how many, Sean? 5. Okay, thank you.
Leaves the canary left.
Right. Oh! Almost.
Dean bowls out of Leader Lanes and Lakeside Lanes. up to 10. Up now on alley 4, Mr. Dennis Nuzzle. And on alley 3, Mr. Johnny Blaze. Dennis Nuzzle's been bowling for 40 plus years. His average is a 111, his high single is a 187, his high trip is a 484.
Okay, Dennis Nuzzle. And finds the head pin and
Johnny Blaze, been bowling for 15 years. His high average is a 119, his high single is a 186, his high trip is a 421. Dennis Nuzzle has a spare lead, picks it up for the spare.
Is that his first single pin he's made?
Yep, with wood.
Okay, Johnny Blaze shooting the aces and eights, David? Yeah.
Yep.
3, 6, 4, 7.
Yep.
Very different.
Nuzzle bowls out of Sunnyside Lanes and Metro Bowl. He's also a member of the Thursday Night Mixed League and the Friday Night Pro League.
Dennis wants to fill the spare with 8, 9, or a 10. And
Right down the middle of the plate.
left and gets.
Oh, he drops 8.
Gets 8.
It's the Nuzzle special.
A Nuzzle special.
Johnny
absolutely
Blaze
correct. Bang.
bowls out of Bogey Lanes and Lucky Strike Lanes,
Okay, he's left the 4,
which is a
7.
duck pin alley in Connecticut.
David, where you going with this one? Justin, to the left? Left to the 4? No, he's going to the... Oh, he went the other way. She said, Sean, I would have went to the left.
Yeah. The way that he played it, I thought that might have let his ball carried right into the pin, but
Oh, missed it.
2-pinner, not as easy as it looks, Sean, right? 2 pins, never easy. Same with a single.
Blaze needs to make this.
Carry over.
Candlepin bowling, people.
Otherwise, George wins this.
Not as easy as it
Oh,
George wins the first game.
wow. Congratulations, George. Up on alley 4, the king, Mr. Dean Sullivan, and on alley 3, George Fiffy II.
Okay.
Taking advantage.
George is the only one with money so far this game.
Oh, Dean wrecks a rack. Oh,
Leaves the rack.
I like that one. That's a good one. That's a new one. Very, very good, Sean.
The El
Hey,
Stinko.
May I copyright that, Sean, for the show?
I like that.
I'm
going to steal that one.
Leaves a rack. That is a good one.
Actually, George's favorite shot is a strike, and his least favorite shot, a gutter ball that takes out pins. That was awesome. That's almost as good as this is what as good as laying wood calling. Dean working on a strike. His favorite shot. His least favorite shot. Anything that does not fall.
Leaves the 1, 3, 7. There's 1, 3, 10. George leaves
4 horsemen left.
4 horsemen left.
Got a nice piece of wood.
Very nice piece of wood.
Both bowlers, I would suggest, must split the pins.
Oh, beautiful pickup
He
for
went to the
Dino.
outside.
Dean
Domino.
goes outside.
Judge.
Oh, George picks it up.
Both bowlers basically had the same shot. One played on the outside domino, what we call the domino effect, and the other one split it.
Up now on alley 4,
And they
Mr.
both
Johnny
work.
on Johnny Blaze, and on alley 3, Mr. Dennis Nuzzle.
More than one way to make a shot.
Johnny Blaze's favorite shot is
I
nothing
suppose
standing,
It's all what you're comfortable in, right?
Yep.
and his least favorite shot is a
Where the
7-10
ball goes
split.
when you leave your hand. When it leaves your hand.
Oh boy.
You're trying to do one and you will do the other.
Dennis's favorite shot is the diamond.
And it's a check mark on the right
That's
side.
a check mark,
Yes.
right?
His least
Dennis
favorite
Nuzzle.
shot, 5, 6, 10, or 4, 5, 7. Oh, Blaze picks it up.
Dennis Nuzzle shooting a spread eagle minus a claw.
Nuzzle right through the hoop, no grease.
Doesn't hit a pin.
Gets 8.
Leaves 4, 7.
Dean takes the skin there with the strike.
was a hammer. Boy, did they explode.
Oh,
Blaze,
nut.
pretty shot.
Blaze, beautiful.
Put the
Beautiful shot on the spare.
Took out the 7-10 behind it.
Everybody got marked on that one.
Yep.
It also takes it though because strikes beat spares.
That was Ed Zernicki.
George on alley 4. Sullivan on alley 3. George working on a spare.
Oh,
As George would call it, El Stinko. Picks up 2.
Wide right. Okay.
As George would say, El Stinko lives up to its name with a 2.
Nuzzo. Oh, Sullivan drops a bomb. When George is not bowling, he's a calibration technician. His hobbies are YouTubing it, arcade PC games.
No, I'm interrupting this broadcast. It's illegal with that shirt he's got on. It's giving him good luck, and he should be removed. Tell him to take the shirt off and wear a different one. It's unfair.
It's illegal. It's a legal piece of uniform. Made a nice spare. Both bowlers. No, Dean got a strike, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Dean got
George got 10.
Oh, I thought he had a spare. Oh, thank you. No. My mistake. Thank you.
I didn't see it. I was
He punched 2 right, then missed left, and then took out the diamond front, I believe.
10.
Okay. George shooting, got to throw the strike ball to get the spare. Wide right. Dean up, shooting 1 to the 6. Mongos. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Mongo,
right.
very difficult. What do you think on that one? 50-50? Got it 10 times, you make 5 of them? Or maybe more.
With the way Dean had the piece behind it, he had a little bit more help to carry the extra bit, carry the side thing, so I would think it was more like...
Would you rather shoot, if you had to make a mark, what do you think is the easiest spare shot? A 4 Horseman or wood or a Mongo? 4 Horseman?
I'm now in alley
4
4.
pins up against 3.
Mr. Dennis Nuzzo, and on alley 3, Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, I think I make that more than the Horseman.
Oh, Dennis right there. Oh, look at yeah, but he made this couple.
Johnny Blaze on alley 3. Oh, right through the heart.
Oh, there it is, people. Oh my goodness.
When Dennis is not bowling, he's a letter carrier for the United States Postal Service. He also collects swords, knives, movies, and bowling, and he also enjoys watching wrestling.
Johnny Blaze.
Dennis with the 10.
Bowling guards just went with him.
Johnny leads the 7 box.
Throws a perfect first ball and lands up on the 7 box, and he had the head pinned down.
What do you guys think of this format so far?
It's different, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I've always liked skins. Pro Series used to do this a little bit. Made it interesting.
Oh, Dennis trying to pull the string. Wow.
It does give everybody a shot of winning, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the same. He's got this 4.
But how'd the format work for you?
Yeah, I like this setup better though.
The qualifier base handicap...
Where are you going with this? And he's got the lily. Where's he going?
Red stripe on the right. He's going that way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he made it. He made the lily.
Can
5,
be a little
7,
bit
10.
confusing, but other
He'll be
than
at the
that-
wood help.
Yep.
I think it works pretty well.
Yeah. Mr. Dean Sullivan on alley 4,
You know how I'm always.
and George on alley 3.
It does beg the question, though, for the 2-string total, should handicap count in that, but the skins be all scratch.
Oh, Dean wrecks a rack.
What a hammer.
Dean is not going to matter either way.
Right.
And
Oh, George matches him.
Are you kidding me?
Are you
Wow.
match strikes? Talk about great candlepin bowling.
But would that be
Just
confusing
like that,
after a
we have a
while?
carryover.
It could be, yeah. Depending on how it played out.
Yeah.
At least it doesn't really need to throw a ball in the 7th for it to carry over.
Nope.
Dean Sullivan going for a double.
Oh, right through the heart.
No.
As George would say, El Stinko ball 1.
Oh my goodness.
When Dean is not bowling, he's a foreman. He also enjoys hunting, fishing, golf, and spending time with his family.
Throws the ball, takes out the eagle. On the right. How does that happen? Sean, how does that happen? Squirrel, how does that happen? The most unjustified thing in sports.
I don't know about that.
Well, sure it is. You hit your...
Perfect game, and the guy missed the call by like 3 feet. There's a guy that threw a perfect game, but the last play.
Well, if he fouled, he fouled.
No, it's baseball.
Oh,
Baseball.
what was it?
No, it was a guy who was the Tigers a few years ago before they started all before they started all the replay, and the umpire told him to blow the call.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Johnny
I
Blaze
remember
on
The guy
alley
saved,
4.
he was out by a
He
mile.
was up by a mile, yeah.
Nuzzle on alley 3.
Johnny
Little full again.
leaves the, what, 4-7?
410.
4-10. Dennis Nuzzle finds the head pin and leaves the 5-8.
10? 3-5-10.
Johnny wants to give a shout out and say hello, Grandpa and Grandma.
Good idea. Good idea, just missed.
And he'd like to see
Nice shot again.
the high-low jack to return.
Nice, John.
Jack was interesting.
It was. I think what happened was there was just so many different formats, because when we started the show, it was all 80%, and then we started branching off and to do an 80 to tag team, to scratch, to women's. It was kind of hard to try to keep track of all of it.
And Johnny with a strike.
Johnny wrecks the rack.
It's tough to when you switch between formats that don't allow certain people to enter,
Blaze
such
takes the
as
skin.
the women's bracket,
Right.
or the tag team when you could be 4 people competing for it, or 2 people competing for it versus 1 or 2.
Right.
I guess that makes sense.
It got kind of hard to try to keep track of all of it.
Yeah.
Because it could be like months before we got back to the 80% where we actually originally did it.
Sean, Justin, another thought occurred, David. What do you think? Candlepin bowling without deadlift. Scores would go down.
Definitely. By a lot. I would say the average.
At least
average
10.
Would be at least 10, probably closer to 20.
All right, George up on alley 4. Mr. Nut Sullivan on alley 3.
On the head pin.
George leaves a 7-10 split with a whole bunch of junk on the deck.
He's got
Look
about
at the
5
wood
pieces
go.
of wood up there. More of a spray and pray type system.
Sullivan off to the left.
Front wood, second wood. I don't know. I have no idea.
Catch the cap of that front one and play the second.
Oh!
He takes out the 10 and leaves the. Justin, where else but what?
The concern that I had there was with the 4 pieces of wood, it's all going to slide.
Yeah.
Catch the cap on the front one.
David-
The front one will do something different.
David refers to that as Jersey barriers.
Yeah.
Right, good buddy?
That's
Jersey barriers.
You saw it.
Yep, you were right.
George
Jersey
wants
barrier.
George, you gotta wait. George wants to mention, how the hell did that happen when he got on the show?
Here we go. Watch number, what are we in? Number 9?
Number 10 right
No,
now.
number 10. Thank you. Thank you.
Hang on, Dino. Dino, 8.
Back to the show.
He took the ace, which is 1, and the jack, which I consider to be 11. So it should be 1 first game, 11 box. So I get to strike in the 11th box, and he won't count it because he claimed it was a fill.
You shouldn't have put the jack in the deck.
Deck, right.
There should be
Agree.
no face cards in that.
I agree.
Yeah, League I bowled last year.
Shot by
He picked up the spare there. Yeah, the
Nice shot.
league I bowled in does George cuts the 6 into the 6 into the 5. Yeah, the league I bowled in Masons on Sunday nights last year. They do a random draw strike box.
Oh, nice.
Strike on spare and the
What do you,
10.
155?
145 for 8. I don't know why I put that over there, but we don't do it every time.
So they have a random strike box?
Yeah, it was a random strike box. It was 5 string league.
You know what I used to have? I ran my league. I used to have spare of the night. You know, like the 127. And I'd
Up now, Dennis Nuzzo on alley 4.
Evan Mazzaferro did that in the summer league. On
Johnny Blaze on alley 3.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
Nothing really.
Oh, wow. There's something you don't see every day.
Nuzzo takes out the 1-3-8.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe a different shot every week, and if you made it, you
I think Nuzzo just said, how does that happen?
How does
Yes, for
that
his
happen?
check, please.
Nuzzo wants to give a shout out to his kids,
How can
Michelle,
you
Haley, and DJ, and he'd like to see more sponsors for the show. Don't blame him.
138.
Oh, Johnny just cherry picked the head.
Blaze makes this. It's a carry. It's he wins the skin.
Oh.
takes the skin with a $10.
Guys, you want another one of the Bronchek thoughts?
Do I have a
You
choice?
should-
I'm just kidding.
Sean, you're shooting a 10 box. What 110? No wood.
Oh,
Well, I was right in the middle.
If you make it, you get an 11 box. If you miss it, you get an 8. Completely stupid. In other words, you add a pin, or you get less.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
That's a little crazy.
At least
That's a little crazy.
You're kind to me on that one.
I think if Blaze plays the 3-pin, that wood will sweep over.
I think you're right.
He's got to catch.
He's got to kiss it though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh!
Yeah, 1, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Team takes the last skin of the first strike.
Hey, how we looking?
At the first game, Demons at a 145, Nuzzo at 122, Squirrels at 118, and George at a 93. Everybody has won a skin so far, though.
George 50 the second. And on alley 3, Mr. Dean Sullivan.
Oh, we got some air.
And K -1.
Yeah.
Sullivan on alley 3.
Sullivan up.
Off to the left.
Full MK.
He's at the full.
Oh, George is in the ocean.
Dean's got to throw the strike ball to make the spare.
Oh,
Almost.
nice bid.
Look at George.
Wow.
He gets the 10.
And George Fifi people thanking the bowling gods. Completely misses his object and gets a 10 box. You saw it, Justin.
Dennis.
Sean, you saw it.
Dennis.
And Dean with the conventional $10.
You gotta tell George to wait before you
Hey,
to
George
hit the button
Fifi up.
until.
Oh, yeah.
Drop that one. I don't want that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Dean wants to mention that Dave is the best. Just saying, did you all hear that? The King said that Dave is the best.
I think that's just written wrong.
Oh, okay. And he wants to see more people try out. But he also said Dave was the best.
I think the bottom part is right. More people trying it.
Oh, it's all the same handwriting though.
Nice shot. It was
All
not-
right, I told Dean if he wrote that and I said it, I would laminate his sheet so every time he makes the show, I don't have to fill it. He doesn't have to fill another one out.
You must have a stack of Dean's papers in there.
I think Travis does. I think Travis has his own file.
Write a book about it. It'd be interesting to see the trending of his average over the
Yeah.
seasons.
Now in alley 4. Dennis Nuzzo. And Johnny Blaze.
Okay. Dennis up. Bam.
Oh, Rex a rack.
Opens it up for the strike. See if Johnny Blaze can match it and wind up.
Come on, that's so special.
Leaves the 110. Sean, you gonna go to the inside?
Yeah, I think you.
Yeah. The wood would deflect the ball over into the 10. Yeah. Nice shot. Another thing I dreamt of. You get a three-game set You get one mulligan on an eagle.
You do. It's called the first box, and every time you bowl.
So you have one chance out of the whole 3 strings. If you get a spread eagle, you can re-bowl the box.
Both drop 7.
Quickly, where you going, Justin? Cap left
I
wood?
think you gotta send it.
Oh, right side.
I think you gotta cut it over.
Send it over.
Wood was, I agree with you there. Like wood was 2. Looked like wood was 2.
Nuzzle with
I
the
don't
10.
know. If you slung the wood, you don't know what it was going to do, though.
Blaze with the 9.
Yeah, cutting the pin over was
You're better off,
the higher percentage. Higher percentage play there. Sometimes wood is not your friend.
And sometimes, what do you think? It is or it isn't? What's the percentage? Sean, wood being your friend, 50-50 to the enemy. If you think about it.
60-40, really.
60-40
Yeah.
friendly.
Oh, Dean wrecks the wrap. Saw that one coming right down the line.
Dean doesn't want to worry about carryovers anymore.
Nope.
A skip.
George takes out the 10 pin.
They call that a skip law. And it counts.
Yep.
Dean doing the dance.
Used to be a foul, but
Foul,
it
yeah.
isn't anymore.
But he threw the ball legally.
Yep.
He delivered the ball before the foul line and before the lob line. So how could
I actually think the new
Side
rules.
for the 10.
I think there are new rules coming out at some point in time where they're actually going to do away with the lob line.
Yeah, I've always said that too.
The lob line was only put in to protect the equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Why would that be? What happens if the ball hits the lane 20 feet down instead of 15? How would it affect the equipment, Dave?
A lot of it had to do, from my understanding, was allow owners to, if you had to replace lanes, the dents. Oh, great ball by George. The dents would be in the first 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah.
Versus having to replace all the lanes because people are chucking the ball 20 feet down the lane.
Oh, did not know that. Thank you.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, Dean put a nice bid on it, but
And no
loss.
And hardly anybody enforces the law.
George picks up the
Really
spare.
no need for it.
Well, it's just like the other thing. You know, the line in front of the head pin is how many feet, inches out.
Dean leaves a 9.
So you got to take the dead wood off a bit a little slower. It's 22 inches. 22.
Right now, George has
Why
got the
is it
skin.
22 inches? David filled me in on
Got
this.
a shot at another skin.
What's that?
Why? Do you remember you explained it to us on the show? Why the line is 22 inches in front of the pin to remove wood? You said it's for the equipment not being damaged. Because if it's further out, you had more chance to damage your equipment, right? With a piece of deadwood. The deadwood's in front. It's out in front of the head.
The line is just about at the masking unit. Okay.
22 inches.
Right, and it's also where the sweeper comes down.
Oh, it's where the sweep. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's right about where the sweeper comes down.
Okay, thank you.
So if the line was out any further, when somebody hit it, if there was a piece of deadwood up front, and somebody without that line, and it came up, and somebody hit that deadwood, that pin could go flying anywhere.
That's right. I knew that.
So it has to do. The
With
line is just about the masking unit, where the masking unit line is, so the pin actually goes in the back.
Yeah.
Right, but any further past that point, the pig can just go anywhere. And the ball.
And I knew you gave us an explanation. I just couldn't remember. Johnny Blaze.
Off to the left.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this. Oh. Almost.
Zach has a strike, he knocked 3 pins down on the left lane too.
That's one of the spare leaves you'll never see.
Oh, he's got. Oh. You see that wood just roll in front?
What?
A piece of wood just landed up in front of. But where the hell did it come from?
What are you
For
talking
Johnny
about?
Blaze.
Blame it. Well,
Didn't you look at the monitor?
I wish we had it. I don't know where it came
Do you
from.
think that maybe the left wood you would play the red line about here, as opposed to going straight at the pin? I'm thinking with that double wood, it might take a lot of skipping up in the air.
absolutely.
Oh, nuzzle.
I would be either.
Oh, I'm going after
I
the
would
pin.
make sure I'm on the left half of that wood.
Oh,
that
sure.
piece of wood.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
You almost have to try to cap it,
Like left half.
or you just power through it.
Yep. I think the ball.
It does throw a hard enough ball where it kind of
Right.
power straight through.
So we got a
Yeah.
carryover, gentlemen.
The ball.
First one of this game.
think the ball ultimately took the pin out.
Yeah.
Sean, do you have a bowl where they took the speed of your ball?
Yes.
Where?
Nope.
Oh, that's right there. As far as I know, you?
Both does too.
Oh,
Yeah,
both?
Cindy does.
Oh,
Yeah.
what'd you hit?
Wilson both. Made it
27, 26?
A little faster than that.
I get
David, you ever done it?
No.
You would get to like,
Oh, George, right down the middle of the plate.
Oh.
get up to like 32, 33.
7-pin drop.
30, 31 when I throw it hard.
Like instead, yeah. Like, I don't know, 31,
Now, how
31, 32, pretty
Come on,
steady.
George. How fast you think you have to throw the ball down to hit the head pin? They're doing in 1 second.
Oh, Tino just missed that one. Good bid.
60 feet.
Yeah. 40. You gotta throw 40 miles an hour. Do it in 1 second to make contact. The only person I know that's done that is that Tony. He's a big heavy set fella from East Boston. As far as I know, he's the only one.
Olsen and Ashline could throw the ball.
Oh yeah, throw
Throw
it.
it that high back in their day.
And before he had his
We're just holding his own right now, 55.5.
brain in.
Nice. Ah, 7-pin.
Needed Flynn?
67.5.
Yes. Oh my
You
God.
agree,
yes.
right?
Oh my God. Yes.
You imagine if George won it all?
After he had his issues.
I
but
can't remember Tommy Olsen with that fast.
I mean, he didn't have to. He's not too far behind Blaze.
Yeah.
He was 20 pins, 20,
even not as
25
fast
pins
as Flynn,
behind.
he'd get it up there.
Maybe 30. But
Flynn had this obviously he's like over 6 feet tall and got long backs because he had.
Oh, beautiful
yes, it did
pitch
go.
by George.
He had a little extra behind it.
Joe.
No, Peter.
Peter, right?
And at $10.
matching tens.
No marks yet.
Yeah.
These 2 boxes.
Blaze is working on the spare as the carryover.
Dennis opened with a strike and it's been open for 3. A little extra time here for Dennis Nuzzle.
Whoa.
Didn't want that.
2 pick.
Reset and forget.
Oh. You can't actually reset that one.
That's right. That's resetting your mind, right?
I wonder if Dennis is giving to
Maybe.
the qualifier in the game since it's now game 11.
Oh,
nice
Blaze.
shot by Johnny Blaze. Nice
Shot.
3 in a row for Blaze.
Nice pickup.
Nice 10 for Dennis.
No, I just think Dennis needs to get back into his game. You know what I mean? It's been a while since I've seen Dennis bowl and enjoy himself, so I think he's enjoying himself. That's why I think he's,
He was doing a little dancing in
you know.
Oh, we get the backdoor strike. Head pin leaves the.
Is he gonna hit it? Oh, might have sandwiched it in with that back pin.
He struggled last season, so he must be pulling back more.
Oh, Blaze
Capable of doing it.
drops 9 as well. I like Dennis's leave better than Johnny's.
Shot. Both bowlers with a 1-pin spare. Yep. Good bowling.
Back-to-back spares. Carry over.
that is it. Blaze 4 years in a row right now.
4 in a row for Johnny Blaze. He's got the eagle.
Up now on alley 4,
What's he
Mr.
got?
Dean
5
Sullivan.
out of 6 boxes marks, right, Sean? Yep.
And alley 3,
Very, very
Mr. George,
difficult.
50 the second.
Candlepin
Did you get your ball back? Did it come back?
green one, yes.
Blaze is actually catching up to Dean. He's 27 back after the first game. He's only 12 now, or 15 now. Still on the mark.
He finds a 6'10" pocket.
Checking this one. He's the 1-3-4.
You got a split.
That's a different one.
Split up. Did it.
Oh, beautiful pickup by Sullivan.
What a shot.
Or you could probably go either side of the head pin.
Yeah,
This.
I'm thinking.
Either side of the head pin will take this. He might take it anyway.
Still steal it?
Oh.
I often
He
wonder.
was way on the other side of the head pin.
I often
Say
wonder
how
how
close to that pin.
Yeah.
how fast you think that Deadwood has to roll to hit a pin and knock it over.
Depends on the condition of the pin. If the pin is more round, and also where it is on the lane. If it's sitting close to the screw. If can vary depending.
No, wait. You got the 2 up or you got the 3 up, and you got a pin rolling back to it.
Some pins though are more rounded on the bottom, so they'll fall more easily.
Being on alley
You're
4.
right, never thought of that. Thank you. Never thought of that. I always thought it had to do with the speed against, you know, the mass hitting the object.
Oh, George!
I feel like he was that would only matter if
That was a great pitch.
Exact same, yeah, right.
Which they're not.
They're not, right.
And he's got a helper down there.
Definitely a given.
Which they're not.
Come on, Dean. Oh.
I think all George has to do is hit this wood.
You can be able to steal the wood on the left.
Oh, no wood needed.
Just
What
made
an
it.
eye.
What a shot.
Eagle Eye George.
This is why he made the taping today.
Oh, beautiful shot from Sullivan.
George actually had some good qualifying games. He had a 123, I believe, scratch.
Okay, Johnny Blaze coming up. He's got Sean 4 in a row, right?
Yep.
He's got an eagle. 5 in a row is a badge. Let's see what happens.
He's going to need to get at least a mark here if he wants a carryover.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he got a break. Look at that.
Oh, backdoor strike, and he shakes his head.
He hit. Did you see that?
Dennis got so flustered he took all the
He hits the 3 pin
Dennis gets his
into the 6 and gets a strike.
Dennis gets his comeuppance.
Gets 5 in a row. He's got a badge.
Dennis tries it.
Wrong side.
And Blaze steals the skin with a backdoor strike.
Dennis Nuzzle shooting the 1, 3, 9, 10.
Oh.
Right, how did that stay?
When we're done taping, I'm taking the 7 and 10 pins on every lane and just destroying them.
For those of you who may not have heard it, Dennis does not like pins.
Nope.
That's all.
And then I get to keep all the skins for all the pins.
We'll see that a running joke this year about that.
Okay, Johnny
Say
Blaze.
FCP is what we named it.
Really?
FCP.
Meaning?
Well, corner pins, and I'll let you determine.
Okay, I got you, I got you, I got you.
You know, George's channel is
Flipping.
Oh, no.
Flipping corner pins.
Oh, Dennis. Now he hits the head pin.
Right.
Johnny
See?
Blaze going for the eagle. Oh, just missed.
7.
See? Bowling gods just punished Nuzzo.
Dennis needs to make this to force a carryover.
Oh! Picks it up!
Yes! Yes!
Beautiful shot.
There you go. Beautiful. Hell of a shot. Even though it had a piece of wood, it's still very difficult.
so right now for the 2 game total. Really close between.
How did that happen?
That's right.
It's 5-pin match on the 2 of them right now.
Nice.
2 boxes to go.
George on
Quickly,
alley
Sean,
4.
Justin, David.
Right down the middle of the plate.
How many times does spread eagle make? Without,
Picking 2.
without wood.
Without wood?
5 out of 100.
Sullivan on alley 3.
I said more than that.
They get more than that, you think? 10 out of 100? For every 10 you get 1?
1 out of 10.
Oh, George going after
Nice
it.
try.
No, 1 out of 10.
Huh? 1 out of 10?
1 out of 10.
Where you going with this quick? Way left.
Yeah, pretty much splitting the wood.
Oh.
Oh, no luck.
You gotta go a little bit lower.
Yeah.
George picks up the 10.
10. Maybe try to nick the other piece of wood on the way by.
That means that.
Right.
George needs a 4 box for 100 game.
Nice. I'd like to see a mark.
If he gets a mark, he actually can get to 200 for 2. I don't know if he can say he sucks at bowling at that point though.
Oh.
Great call.
Now he hits the head pin, leaves, takes out 5 and leaves.
Sullivan on alley 3.
On the right
Alley
corner.
5.
He takes out 6, leaves the 1, 3, 6.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Oh, beautiful pickup
Oh,
by
saw that one
Fiffy.
coming.
George had 5 marks this match.
Oh,
Ah,
did he just
Dean matches
Did he
it.
just make the washout?
1, 3, 6, 7.
Yeah, that's the washout, right. Both bowls.
George finishing up.
Who had the more
El
difficult
Stinko.
shot? The washout or the Starlight 5?
We should clarify that with a tie in this
Both
last
the same.
box. There is a potential for additional
Yep.
overtime frames.
If there is a carryover in this 10th box, then we keep going until the skin is won.
Ooh.
But the
There is
score
a
does not change.
113 for George and a 130 for Dean.
Nice. Great bowling by both bowlers.
Excellent.
Dean had a
Candlepin.
275 game,
That's pretty impressive.
and he may not even win this match.
I know. Because you have Blaze at what, a 125 with 2 to go?
Blaze is sitting at 243 with 2 boxes. 2 marks would put him ahead of that.
Yep. And Nuzzo was sitting at a 93 in a ball.
Yes. Yep.
Oh.
8-pin drop.
Yeah. A reverse half whisper.
That's actually.
This is actually one of the tougher shots with the sleeper pins.
Gotta go to the right here, Justin.
I
Right?
think he hits that right wood first.
Nice pickup.
Right through.
To the right, yeah.
Blaze needs to make this for a carry.
Nope. Missed it. Nuzzo gets the skin.
Yeah.
Strike wins the last skin.
Strike does win the last skin, unless they both do it.
Yep.
Just waiting on the wood rolling.
Yeah. By rules of Kennepin board.
Nice pickup.
Great 10.
Coming down to the last box.
Blaze would actually need a double at this point to pass Dean for the total.
Okay. Then
Nuzzo right down the middle of the plate.
The head pin.
Oh,
I know. I agree with you, Dennis.
Johnny Blaze.
Pocket hit.
Strike for the.
Well, here's the question.
We do have overtime.
All 4, right?
All 4.
All time.
Nice
The
shot
way
by-
We
I
have-
believe,
we
I
have-
believe the old skin show used to work was that when you got into overtime, and then there was an additional tie, only the people that tied moved on.
Well, I see now that's an interesting, that leaves an
I
interesting
believe
question.
that's how they did it.
Well, if we do the 2-tie all tie, I would say that all of them should keep bowling.
It's only a single skin, right?
Yeah.
I do like the two tie all tie though.
This was a actual great match by everybody. You look at the 2-string totals. You had Dean at 275. Blaze was at 262.
Wow.
Nuzzo with 256. Did not make the top 7 overtime.
Wow.
The way Dennis was just explaining it to them was the scenario that I just brought up.
What's that?
If
Anybody who doesn't tie is out.
only the ties keep going, so that's how they're gonna treat it.
George right down the middle of the plate.
Oh, just missed.
8-pin drop
Keep
for
falling,
George.
Keep falling. What's he got, David?
7-9.
Thank you.
Overtime in the first show.
If I am George, I'm going at the right end of the wood by the 9 pin.
George picks up the spare.
Good call, Justin. Dean's got to split it. Oh, no.
Oh, Gene picks up his
Left
spare.
of it.
George made a liar out of me.
He went to the left of
All
it.
this,
Oh, you have to bowl it straight to
all this for $5. All 4 going, right?
So who has to get what to win?
A strike.
Wins it. If they don't get a strike, they need a spare to keep going.
Only the spares and anyone that gets the spare keeps going.
Dennis's favorite corner pins are both standing.
Yep.
So Blaze gets a strike, he wins.
Oh, Blaze off to the left.
Yeah, but they gotta make the spares to stay alive.
Oh,
Dennis stays alive.
and Johnny's out.
Johnny is out.
We have lost one.
You done?
Up now in overtime number 2. Mr. George Fifi and Mr. Dean Sullivan.
Very competitive match for $5.
Exactly. Makes it fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's great competition, David. Great competition. Here we go.
Dean wrecks a rack. That's enough of that, he's saying. It's a $5 strike right there, baby. And that knocks out George.
George is up. So it's between Dennis.
Oh, here we go.
Down to Dennis and Dean.
Now, whoever gets the most in one ball.
There's been a lot of smack talk over the years between Nuzzo and Sullivan.
The fills don't count, so Dennis needs this strike here to keep this thing going.
Spread eagle. Oh! Beautiful shot.
And we keep going.
We keep going.
Third overtime for $5.
Unbelievable, huh, partner? Is this enjoyable for the people, huh?
This is fun.
This is fun. Can you needing a strike, and not only you get it with a back a messenger.
So Sean, as of right now, who are the final two that won it all?
The final two that won it all are Dean at a 275 and Blaze at 262.
Wow, how'd Nuzzo finish?
Nuzzo finished at 256. He missed by 6.
Oh, five pin drop.
So if Dean gets
6 or better wins it.
He gets the strike, it's over.
That's wow.
So it's whoever scores the most in the box, right?
Right.
Okay.
But again, if they both spare, it carries over again.
Yep.
Dennis is not making it.
Dean's got a favorable spare shot here.
Very makeable shot.
That's it.
That will do it.
Both strike. Unbelievable.
All right, what do we got?
George gets $10.
Yeah.
Team 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
$25
30, plus first place, so Dean gets 75.
And I'm still the king!
46, 30. Welcome everyone to the King of the Palace Ultimate Skins. I'm here with Johnny Blaze and the winner, again, Mr. Dean Sullivan. Gentlemen, fun day?
Oh, it's a ball.
Johnny?
Yeah, it was a good day. Good format. The best part about this whole day was the last box of the last string. I made Dennis Neville cry because he lost it to me.
Over $5.
This is the most words I've heard Dean.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, this is very true. He's patenting them all, too. He's copywriting every word.
We'll see you all next month when King of the Palace offseason goes back to the 80% handicap. Thank you much for tuning in, and we'll see you there.
In the end, Dean Sullivan is ultimately the winner with a 275. John Blaze is the co-winner. However, he didn't totally win by points. He did win the most money in this particular round with $40. And Dennis Nuzzo hung in there. He tried. He almost did it with a 256. And that is this episode and series for King of the Palace Summer Edition Ultimate Skins. Again, like Dave said, stay tuned next month for the regular 80%. Have a good one.